Volunteers do not necessarily have the time, but they have heart. Now, Elizabeth Andrews said that quote, and I absolutely love it because it shows how much volunteers bring to any organization, how much love they really bring. And as it being National Volunteer Month, we have so many organizations and nonprofits right here in our community that rely, of course, on volunteers to help others. And one of those is the Greater Lansing Food Bank. And joining us right now to share how you can help is Michelle. How's it going?
Hi, it's going great, actually. Thank you for having us on during Volunteer Month.
Oh, absolutely. And look, we got a memo. We didn't even plan this, but we're matching, so you know it's extra meant to be. But I have to start and ask, how did you get involved with the food bank?
Yeah, so I grew up as a farm kid.
Okay.
So we raised food for the world, and when I had the opportunity to come to the food bank, it just really made sense in my heart. I also did a lot of volunteering growing up and then in my adulthood, so this just felt like a natural for me.
Absolutely. I feel like once you get that volunteer bug, it doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't.
By any means.
Yes, it doesn't. That's why we need to teach our children, too, the importance of volunteering, because it's fun.
It really can be, especially when you do it with others or you meet other people. There's so many benefits. And I love, too, that you're saying is together we are feeding Mid-Michigan, because you literally are. So how many communities are you able to help and serve?
Yeah, so our food bank actually covers 7 counties worth of food pantries. So as the warehouse and distribution center, we source as much food as we can for the region and then distribute it out to the pantries, the churches that have little pantries, the mobile food distributions that are around that area. We have about 330 partners that work with us.
Oh my goodness.
And each of them have volunteers as well as us. So it takes a lot of manpower to get this job done.
Absolutely. And remind us again how much needed do we have for our neighbors? Like how much how much need is there for food banks out there?
Yeah, right now the need is growing again. Food insecurity rates are anywhere from 15 to 20% in our region. So we're talking 1 in 7 people that are food insecure. It's about 100,000 neighbors in our 7 counties alone. And for children, it's even worse. So it's about 1 in 6. Wow. So we do a lot of things with volunteers, like packing up the food kits for kids to take home on the weekends, during their school breaks. Right now, because the weather is breaking and we're opening up our community gardens, we have volunteers in the gardens that are tending to the weeds and planting the seeds that we can grow produce for people who are in need.
Yeah, so you've already kind of hit on just a few of the many opportunities that people can volunteer at the food bank. Kind of list off a little bit more and the impact that volunteers really truly have on the Greater Lansing Food Bank.
Yeah, let me start there. So in a given year, we have 29,000 hours of volunteer time.
Wow.
So there's no way we could do this work without volunteers. We only have so many staff members that are working on the team, and the rest we require on volunteers. So again, that is not only in our warehouse packing up food, but outside at mobile distributions. Every week we do about 30 a month. So we need 30 to 50 volunteers at each of those. All of our pantries need volunteers as well. So there's plenty of opportunities for people to get involved.
Yeah, and it sounds like there's a skill for everyone. You mentioned like the gardens, the community gardens, people can help weed those out. Or if you want to, I know we saw like with the books of people doing that, but that's what happens at sometimes at the mobile food banks as well, to kind of pass the food around. So there's something for everybody. So how, I guess the next question, how can people sign up? Is it easier than we think?
It is. It's very easy nowadays. Go right to our website, glfoodbank.org/volunteers, or you can always give us a call and we'll talk you through the process as well.
That's good. And this is good for like kind of any age. You said like children can come with their parents or their friends, but also too that if people have a little bit more time during the day, or this can be something they can do after their but you know, what has been the response back from these volunteers? I'm sure you hear a lot of stories and experiences about how kind of life-changing it can be for volunteers.
We do. So we have a lot of retirees who come the same day and time every week, and they get to know their fellow volunteers. We have one volunteer who is almost 40 years, like literally the entire lifespan of our food bank, who has volunteered with us.
Oh my gosh.
And what we hear a lot is that people who received food at one time during their lives, whether it was when they were children or as an adult, for whatever reason they were in need, are now coming out to volunteer to give back to those who are in need and who were in the same situation as they were.
Yes, a full circle moment right there. And that can obviously all happen, and you can be a part of that. We shared how you can do that, and you can also go online as well and find other ways if you can't necessarily do time right now, but there's also ways to donate as well. So thank you so much. Keep up the amazing work.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
And hopefully maybe we'll have to volunteer there too.
I would love to have you out.
All righty, we'll stick around.